What's good, R&B squad? This is Autumn Ruth. I trust that this message meets you guys in good spirits. If you are new here, welcome. We don't believe that you're here by accident. We're happy to have you. And Jesus is, of course, always happier. So I have a quick message, and I'm just going to get straight into the message, okay? So I'm going to tell y'all a little bit of the dream that I had, and then I'm just going to get into the message after. I'm not going to go into full details of the dream because it was pretty long, but I'm just going to give y'all the highlights and then get into the message. So in this dream, I literally saw one person looking at this other person with this burning anger. Like I could tell that this person that was looking at this other person was really angry. And the person that they were looking at was actually being told, given instructions of how to assume a particular position. They were going to take this position, and there was someone, perhaps a higher upper, who was giving them details on what they needed to do in that position. And this person was just standing there looking at them with all of this anger and frustration. So that was basically the highlight of the dream. That's the most important part. Let me get into the message and the interpretation. So for whom this is for, it's a position that you're about to occupy. And you know you're about to occupy it because God has already been putting it in your spirit. And there is someone who previously occupied that position, and they're really upset. They're really angry about the fact that you're going to, I mean, when I say angry, I mean heated and angry about the fact that you're about to take over this position, right? That you're about to be in this position. And the thing is, they're mad at you, and it's not even your fault because you didn't put yourself in place to receive that position. God did. This is all God's doing. And as a matter of fact, it's not you that's taking over this position. It is God that's taking it over. He's about to use you to do what he needs to do in that position. So this person is angry at you and bitter for no reason. And this person may be hoping that you get into it with them, that you argue with them, that you get into an all out, I don't know, argument and fight with them. God is saying just ignore it. Ignore it and ignore them. Ignore any shade that they may be throwing at you. The position is yours. It's secure. It's in the bag. And that's because God gave it to you. Okay? So there is no need to waste any time on this person and their pettiness. They're just being petty. Ignore them. So I hope that this message blessed someone. Oh, there's some scripture that the Lord gave me to go. I forgot. There is some scripture that he gave me to go along with it. So it's Psalm 74, verse 23. Forget not the voice of thine enemies. The tumult of those that rise up against thee increaseth continually. So basically, the Lord is saying that he's not ignoring the fact that this person is throwing shade at you. He's not ignoring the fact that this person has all these angry, bitter thoughts and intentions towards you. And what's going to happen to this person is that their own anger and their own bitterness is going to sink them. That is what is going to destroy them. Because they're holding on to anger and bitterness, they can't harm you. They can't take the position from you. They can't prevent you from occupying it. Their time in that position is up, and that's just the way it is. God saw fit to remove them. So holding on to bitterness and anger for them right now, and this is the reason why God said to ignore them, because they're just hoping that they can put a damper on your joy, put a damper on your spirit by dragging you into their misery, by pulling you into some sort of petty disagreement or petty back and forth with them. God said to ignore it. Forget it. It's not worth it. Savor the joy of the moment of being in this position that God promised you, of seeing this thing finally come to fruition that God promised you probably so long ago. Savor it. Do not allow this person to be bitter and angry. They were bitter and angry even when they were in the position. They were ungrateful even when they were in the position. That's why God took it from them. He ain't even give it to them in the first place. They got it the wrong way. And then on top of that, they were abusing their position while they had it and underperforming, okay, in whatever area that is. So just savor the moment and just know that God is not, his ears aren't deaf to the stuff that is being said about you. His eyes aren't blind to the things that this person is plotting against you, and their own bitterness is going to destroy them. So I hope this message blessed someone. I love you guys. I will be back with another word as soon as the Lord releases me. Take care.